How you doing? This is Rowdy again, and I wanted to introduce you all to my friend Diep that I met here at the Kingian Nonviolence Institute. So if you want to wave at my students, it's good to see you. So Diep is here from Pakistan, correct?
Yes.
And then if you wouldn't mind telling them, like, what reason were you brought here to the Nonviolence Institute?
Because in past 20 years I have been working with young people. With the passage of time, there is growth of extremism, religious extremism, violence in my country, and it is very important to convince the young people that we are all one and we have to live in peace. And I have been conducting these workshops and training in peace and conflict resolution, but I thought this. I'm familiar with this ideology of non-violence because I am a great fan of Gandhi.
Yes.
And I have studied his life and almost a lot of books written about Gandhi. And I also am familiar. I was familiar with Martin Luther King, and this excites me a lot because this is a civil rights movement and he changed everything.
Yeah.
So I came here if I can learn techniques, how to conduct small training session with young people about non-violence. That's why, and it's wonderful. I'm meeting the people from different parts of the world. They are here.
Nice.
It's wonderful.
Nice. Well, it's good to hear that you're working to combat religious extremism, and it's really great to hear that. Like, not only are you going to be that you know now the Kingian things, but you've also been well versed with Gandhi's work as well. And then I wanted to let y'all know too. When I met Diep, she said, I was like, "What do you do?" And she's like, "I'm a peace activist." And I was like, "All right." I don't think I've ever met anybody that said their job is peace activist. But Diep is someone that's out there in the world really doing it. She said. She's been locked up a few times, and she said the police aren't very nice to her. Like, sometimes they beat her and stuff. But she looked at her, she's still smiling, having a really good time. Like, isn't that great? I get to hang out with people like this. It's amazing.
Because a long time ago, when I realized, when I was convinced that non-violence is the ultimate way of living, then there was a time when I was young and police will arrest me and I'll fight them back, I'll hit them, I abuse them, do all the curses.
Yes.
But not anymore because I'm convinced that violence cannot stop violence. We need to adopt a different way of life, and that is non-violence. Now, if they drag me on the floor, I keep smiling. I never react.
She's smiling as they drag her along the floor. I mean, it's amazing.
And sometimes even in my home, if my husband shouts at me for something, and I smile, and then he get offended that why you are smiling, you have to react. But I think this is I have internalized non-violence, and I believe in positive thinking. If someone is hurting you, you should not be negative about them. There must be a reason. A person who is attacking you or who is not nice to you, there must be a reason behind that. Probably he is suffering from pain or something like that. So I think that is the way, that is the only way to survive the kind of violence and extremism we are going through. We need to have this positive approach and non-violence ideology.
Great. Yeah, see, so there's more proof. Like, if you just go out there and you be a really nice person, you give opportunities to people to help them, allow them to be nicer people, then perhaps there's the opportunity that they'll respond and they'll see the kindness in you, and the kindness in them will rise. I wanted to tell them too, today we had to do an activity, and Diep and I had to be the police chief, and it was really difficult because we had to be real jerks and really mean to people, and it was really hard. And one of the funnier things, Diep comes over to me and she says, now I know what it feels like to have to be the asshole. And I laughed so much because she's such a happy, like, kind woman. And to hear her say that, because I felt very much the same way. It was very difficult to have to be mean. But it was definitely a very funny moment.
And also because I'm coming from Pakistan, and over here or most of the time you hear very negative stories about Pakistan. But your students and you are most welcome in winter break, because in summer it is very hot, it is unbearable. But if you have Christmas break, you are most welcome to come there.
Oh, that'd be great. Free trip to Pakistan.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to visit. Yeah.
And also I wish all the young people the very best. And as I always in my country, when I interact with youth, I always say that if we want to bring peace in the world, we have to treat people, every human being, on equal level. And for that particular purpose, we have to rise above our religious beliefs, because most of the time religion divides us instead of bringing us together. Every person who believes to any particular faith or ideology, he or she is convinced that her religion is the best.
Yeah, the right. Yeah.
And that's why we cannot treat the other person on equal level.
That's right.
That is the basic problem. And as time is going very fast, and there is science and technology and things are moving forward, and I think as a human being, the connection between individual and God, it should be very personal.
Absolutely.
It should not be demonstrated in public, and we should not demonstrate our relationship with God in such a manner that others should get hurt.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing about God that means hurt. No matter who your God is. There's no God of hurting people. And so Diep was also telling me about that she works with young women in her area, and they're actually very active on social media. So they're on Facebook and on Twitter and on all those types of things. And so she was asking if there was any resources or things that we could share with the girls to help them see the benefits of peace and nonviolence. And so I thought that maybe it would be a good plan for us to maybe reach out to Diep and offer us to be people to talk to across the country, just to say, hey, you know, we try to do these same things on the other side of the world, and we believe in these things, and we think that peace and allowing equal access and opportunities for equality is very, very important. And then Diep on the other side of the world with her young people won't feel so lonely. So I'm going to try to make sure that we have the ability to connect, because I think that would be wonderful.
We can have a Skype meeting, because long ago when our area of work was Pakistan and India, and because there is very strict visa policy, but they don't issue visa to each other. So we 15 years of our work was, initially it was teleconference. We used to dial a phone number in a particular school in India from a school in Pakistan, and they will turn the speaker on and everybody will talk to each other. And then we had this internet, and now we arrange this Skype and video conference. Still visa is still an issue, but in past 15 years, almost 100 and thousands of young people have been connected through this Skype video conference and teleconference.
Yeah, and then they can share, and y'all can talk, and then if you have any issues, you can talk to the girls, and then if the girls have any issues, they can talk to you, and then you can just encourage each other and help make the world a little bit smaller, a little bit better place.
Yeah, because we are convinced that together peace is achievable.
Absolutely.
It is not individual task. If we all work together, nothing is impossible.
Well, I wanted to thank Diep for sitting down with me and talking. She's still dealing with some jet lag, so I was very pleased to have her and have her come and talk to you all.
It's a pleasure and honor, and you are most welcome open invitation from my side.
Wonderful.
You must plan the visit with your
Yeah,
students.
I would love to come.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, and if we can have a workshop with your students and young people from Pakistan together
Yeah.
on non-violence and
That would be amazing. Wouldn't that be amazing?
yeah.
Well, things for the future. So, but I'll
Take
go ahead and take
care.
care. Y'all have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.